In the figure, there are two straight lines intersect at a point on the positive x-axis, positive y-axis. They're talking about this point. And then which of the following are true? Whenever they give you a straight line equation like this, it's difficult to read. I will strongly suggest you to transform each line in slope-intercept form so that we can identify the slope and also y-intercept immediately. But of course, if you memorize the formula, it's still fine. But you have to make sure you tidy up to the standard format. That means everything to one side first. So by is equal to negative ax, always x in front, and then positive 1. So y is equal to negative a over bx, and then plus 1 over b. So from here, we know that the slope of the first line is negative a over b. We know that this point, the height is 1 over b here. Now, we consider the another line. So dy is equal to negative cx plus 1. Y is equal to negative c over dx plus 1 over d. The calculations are exactly the same. So the slope here, slope 2 is equal to negative c over d. At the same time, this is 1 over d. They share the same height because they say the intercept point is on the positive y-axis. That means x equals 0. Then they are the same. So it's obvious that 1 over d equal to 1 over b. B is equal to d. So the third statement is correct. After that, we have to think about A, B, C. Whenever you handle this kind of question with inequalities, because usually you need to both sides times an unknown or divide by an unknown, which may be negative. So you need to construct a table. A, B, C here, only 3 items in this question. You have to determine each of them, are they positive or negative. So we look at B and D, basically are the same number. We observe this point is at the positive y-axis, which means that 1 over B is larger than 0. It is positive. So must be positive divided by positive to give you positive here. So B is positive. Now we are looking at the slope here. The slope negative a over b. You will find that this line is upward sloping, so the slope should be positive. We move the negative, both sides times negative, so it's trigger a change in the direction. After that, we have to multiply b, and you have to think carefully. If you multiply both sides by b, do you need to change the direction? Since b is positive, you don't need to change the direction. So a is smaller than 0. This is correct statement. Now the last one. We find the slope is negative c over d. It's just opposite of the previous calculation. But anyway, we just calculate once again. Negative c over d is downward sloping, smaller than 0. So c over d itself is larger than 0. And we both sides multiply d. No change because d is positive. So c is larger than 0. We will find that both 3 statements are correct. And this kind of calculation is quite time consuming. The only tips is more practice so that you can change it to slope-intercept form within a short time. You know that you should focus on upward sloping, downward sloping, this kind of characteristic, or which slope is more steep with a higher measure of slope, or which y-intercept is bigger, or sometimes even we need to consider the x-intercept.